I used to think I was blessed. And then, for the longest time, I was sure I was cursed. And now, I realize I don't know what I think.
Aaron, there is something you need to understand. I have won cases with people dead guilty, and I've lost cases with totally innocent people. Everyone thinks the system is going to come through for them, but we have two principal parties that have flipped. There are undercover cops who are ready to testify against you. There are multiple players who say they knew about drug deals.
No, but that's not true.
And all we have left is you saying that you had no idea of what was going on
There's
in
no
your own club.
emails, no texts, no paper to prove that I'm tied to any of this. This is all hearsay.
With or without a paper trail, the circumstantial evidence more than covers the burden of proof.
It's my life. I'm not taking the plea.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another For Life video if you're new. Make sure you leave your theories, comments, everything down below in the comment section. If you're a fan of For Life, if you love For Life, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you can always see when I'm dropping some content so you never miss any For Life news. Now, this is going to be my review on For Life Season 1, Episode 4. This was kind of like a filler episode. In my What to Expect video, I told you guys that this was sort of just going to be a filler episode. So really, you don't need to watch episode 4. You could skip it and still know what's going on. It just pretty much went back and told you how Aaron got arrested and everything like that. It did a lot of flashbacks and stuff. We're going to get into it and we're going to talk about it. But before we dive into it, if you enjoy discussions like this, For Life and other TV shows, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can never miss any other uploads. Now, I thought this was a really solid episode. This episode took place in Marie's perspective. It just went and pretty much showed us that Marie was struggling a lot with Aaron getting sent to prison. I really appreciate the writers and producers giving us this episode because it was a much needed episode. I'm happy we got to go back and see what actually happened to Aaron. They didn't explain the whole thing, but yeah, man, Marie was pretty upset. It actually got into it really quick when this episode started. Maybe about 10 minutes in, it showed Aaron getting arrested. But it showed stuff before that too. It showed Aaron and Marie, and they were meeting up with some friends. And these friends is what really got Aaron in trouble. Well, he thought they was his friends, but it turns out they weren't at all. It shows Aaron and Marie at home. This is the thing that really makes me mad about it. The justice system is so messed up. They ruin so many lives and they don't even feel bad about it. This is just all a game. Seriously, the justice system is corrupt. It's meant to pretty much screw you over in every way possible. It just really sucks watching a story like this because it's inspired by a true story, and Isaac Wright Jr. actually had to go through this. And it showed Aaron and Marie at home, and they were pretty much having a talk. He was telling her, like, you can work and go to nursing school and stuff like that because she wanted to be a nurse and she wanted to get her career started. But she didn't feel like she could do that because she had the kid. And let me remind you guys that their kid, their daughter, is only 7 years old right here when he's having this talk with her. They had a birthday party for Jazz, and then later on that night, they have this discussion. And Marie just doesn't know how she's going to work, go to school, and take care of a child. She doesn't know how she's going to do all this. That's a lot to balance throughout your everyday schedule. And they wanted to go and relieve some stress. So they went out to the club, and they're just in the club dancing, having fun, doing their thing. They're getting it down. And next thing you know, the DEA or the FBI or whoever, they come bursting in. And Marie's on the other side of the club at this point. She has no idea what the hell is going on. The minute she sees the cops, she starts yelling out, like, Aaron, where you at? And next thing you know, she sees Aaron getting arrested. And this is pretty sad right here, man. they don't show every detail about his arrest. We already know that it had something to do with drugs. They don't really explain it past that point. But then we also see Aaron in court later on in this episode. I'm going to get into that here in a minute. But I just want to take the time to tell you guys that my viewpoint on Darius, Aaron's best friend, you know what? I kind of changed my mind about him a little bit after seeing this episode, because it wasn't entirely his fault. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, how could your homeboy really steal your girl like that? How could he want to get with your girl? But to be honest, it was Marie's fault. It was her fault completely. Aaron was in jail, you know what I'm saying? And Darius and Marie was always going to see him. Aaron got a hold of a burner phone too. And speaking of the burner phone, Marie's like, how the hell did you get a burner phone? Like, what did you have to do for that? Who'd you have to beat up for that? You know what I'm saying? What did you have to let someone do to you to get that? She was asking all these questions because I really want to know how he did get that burner phone though. They didn't show that, but yeah, anyways, they was always going to see him, Darius and Marie, in prison, and he was telling them over the years that he was going to fight and fight and fight and try to get out of prison because, you know what I'm saying, he's innocent and he's not taking no plea. It showed at one part that they told him that he could take a plea and he'd get out in like 12 years with good behavior or whatever, and that's just not good enough. Seriously, when you're innocent, screw all that. Screw all that. I mean, to be honest though, he really should have took the plea. Even though he wasn't guilty, he ended up serving all that time anyways, and he could have ended up just getting out, you know what I'm saying, with good behavior. So, I mean, I feel him though. He didn't do the crime, so he didn't want to do the time. But, you know what I'm saying, he did all this unnecessary time. It just really sucked watching this episode, seeing Aaron actually struggle with the fact that he had to be sent to prison that long because of some fake ass friends, some people he really thought was his friends, and you just can't trust anybody. This episode really proved that, and if you know about real life, you know what I'm saying, if you've been through it, then you already know you can't trust a soul. People have screwed me over, people have stabbed me in the back. That's just life, that's just how it goes. I got one more thing to talk about in this video, and that's the big part of the episode, the court part of the episode, when Aaron's in court and they tell him he's guilty and everything. I'm going to get into that, but first, let me get back to Marie and Darius. I started talking about it a little bit, but I'm about to finish talking about it with y'all. Man, like I said, it was really Marie's fault because Darius was comforting Marie over the years. He wasn't even really flirting like that. I mean, I guess he was flirting a little bit, but in my opinion, he was just being a good friend. He was being there for Marie, you know, and she just felt lonely. She felt alone because Aaron was in jail. She was always confiding in Darius. He was always giving her advice, and he really said nothing bad about Aaron the entire time he was locked up. The only time we seen Darius talk bad about Aaron was in episode 3 when he picked her up from the DA's office, or maybe that was episode 2. I don't know. One of the episodes, he picked her up from the DA's office, and he was telling her that she needs to stay away from Aaron. But other than that, though, he held Aaron down as a friend over the years. And Marie just felt, you know, like I said, alone. She was scared. She didn't know what to do. This is after she asked Aaron for a divorce, though. She went to the prison and asked Aaron for a divorce because, you know, she didn't think she would be seeing him anytime soon, and she wanted to move on with her life. She truly found herself. She was going to be ready to be a nurse, and she came home, and she had some people over, and Darius was over too. And then Darius was getting ready to leave, and they look at each other. They give each other that look. You know what look I'm talking about, man. That look when you just look at somebody and you know shit's about to go down. Darius seen the look in her eyes. They stared into each other's eyes, and Darius turned around. He's like, I should go. And of course, Marie comes walking towards Darius, and she's like, don't go. My boy Darius is like, Marie, don't do this. Do not do this. And then, of course, she comes over to Darius and she kisses him. And that's how it started. So, you know what I'm saying? At first, I was thinking it was all Darius's fault. And I didn't like him as a person from the first 3 episodes. But now I see that it really wasn't his fault but he still shouldn't have went through with it. Yeah, maybe they would have ended up sleeping together after they kissed. You know, things maybe would have went to the next level. But I don't think he should have married her. He should have kept that to himself, and he should have realized that was a mistake. Because like I said, that's his homeboy, man. That's Aaron, man. That's his best friend. He shouldn't have did that. He should have knew better than to do that. But I also feel like he was comforting Marie over time to get her to feel like he was a shoulder to cry on. So really, I think Darius was smooth with it. He played the long game, you know what I'm saying? He did it slow, and he knew Marie would come to him eventually. I think that's how he played it, and it worked in his favor. But like I said, man, he shouldn't have got with Aaron's girl. That was just messed up. Now let's talk about this court case. This part was the biggest part of the episode. And I just want to say, man, these friends that Aaron had ain't shit. They really flipped on him. They played him. And that's what ended up making Aaron do all this time. So the night Aaron got arrested, apparently they found some drugs. They found some kilos of cocaine and all types of other stuff. And they thought drugs were being sold out of his club because it was his club. He's a club promoter and everything like that. And they thought they were his drugs. And he was pretty much the leader of this operation. And he didn't know nothing about it. Earlier in the episode, Aaron confessed to Marie that he forgot to tell her that a while back, his friend gave some girl some drugs. He sold her some drugs, like nickel and dime type stuff. And she overdosed. So he ran her to the hospital. And Aaron knew about it. And he was going off on dude. And they got him on security camera at the hospital, yelling at his friend. And this right here is what really screwed Aaron. Because in court, Maskins, bitch-ass Maskins, man. He's not even the head district attorney right now. He's the assistant district attorney. He's letting Aaron have it in this court case. He is letting him have it, man. He is going at him hard. He is going at his ass hard. And he's not letting up. You know what I'm saying? Aaron's just like, look, I didn't know drugs was being sold out of my club. He told them that he knew his friend was nickel and diming at one point for a little extra money, but he told him to stop and he thought it stopped. He said after that he didn't think he was continuing to do it. And Maskins asked him why he didn't fire him because, you know, that was his business partner. He was running stuff with him at the club and it just made Aaron look really bad. Everything in court, everything Maskins was saying to him and just everything, man, all the evidence, it just wasn't looking good for Aaron. And that's why he ended up going to prison for as long as he did. It really sucks, man, because he trusted the wrong people. He shouldn't have trusted those people. They ended up getting him caught up. They were in court lying on him so bad, saying he was the brains of the operation and he was the one in charge of everything, which was a complete lie. So they really turned on him. They flipped on him. And that made him ruin his life, literally. That made Aaron ruin his life. He had to do all this time. He spent time away from Marie and his daughter. He didn't even get to see his daughter grow up. And as a result of him being in prison, his best friend married his girl. That's messed up, man. It really is. I felt for Aaron in this episode. Every episode I feel for Aaron. And it just makes me happy that at the end of episode 3, he got his police file. So we're going to be seeing probably in episode 5, him working magic with that police file. And eventually, we're going to see Aaron get out of jail. I'm not sure when, probably towards the end of the season, maybe in the next couple episodes. I don't know, but he's going to continue to keep fighting for his life, and I just can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see it. I look forward to the next episode. I'll be continuing to bring you guys more For Life content in the future. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I got links in the description to do so. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. It's your boy Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.